And we are live here at the Appalachian Wireless Arena, Game 2, here at the 15th Region Tournament. We're at the bottom half of the bracket, final game of the quarterfinals. Kevin Keathley, Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy on the call here on the Gary C. Johnson Law pregame show. And right now, Martin County punches their ticket. They await the winner of this one, Kevin Jones.
It looks like Blaine's going to go over and try to get a coach here. He's got Coach Justice.
So Coach Elijah Justice with Blaine Keathley down on the floor. We'll step aside real quick while Blaine talks to one of the best.
Keathley with D&D Sports Network. I'm here with Coach Elijah Justice. So, Coach, you know, you have many memories in this tournament, you know, some that you cherish forever. I know you've been here many times. Tell me, what are you telling your guys how important it is to be playing in this building and how they're going to remember this for the rest of their lives?
Yeah, me and Landon joke about that because we battled as players against each other so many times in here, and it brings back memories just being in this building and going against each other. But, you know, just try to tell these guys live in the moment and enjoy it. You know, we work extremely hard throughout the summer, all year, and this is what it's all for. So, you know, at the same time, we want to do everything in our power to win, but enjoy playing in the region tournament.
Yeah, for sure. We were kind of joking up there, you know, it's blue versus red in this state. You know, you playing for Louisville, Landon playing for Kentucky. But another basketball question for you. You know, you guys are very similar. Got some guards that kind of can, you know, that's what you all do. You got good guard play, but they have a big guy down low in Brock Woods. So tell me, I know you guys are a little undersized than you were in the past, or you have been as a traditional Pikeville team. So what do you plan on doing to stop that down low?
Well, it's got to be a team effort. I think we got to be physical with him, you know, try to push him off the block a little bit, be ready to help, and just make him as uncomfortable as we can. Good
luck, Coach. Thank you. Back to you guys.
Elijah Justice, one of the good guys in the business, Coach.
And one of the classiest. And if you had a kid, would you not want him to play for Elijah?
You 100%.
Yeah.
You know, listen, if my son was as good as he was his senior year, his freshman year, I would have took him to Pikeville if he had had a chance to play. Because that's the you know, he's just a great role model, great mentor.
Yes, absolutely. You know, love Coach Justice.
Yeah, he's one of the best. As you see the captains at mid-floor here on the Gary C. Johnson pregame show. The Landon Sloan, Elijah Justice, you know, they talked about it a while ago. You know, Kentucky versus Louisville, Coach. Landon Sloan, Kentucky, former Kentucky Wildcat. Elijah Justice, former Louisville Cardinal. And both coaches come into this game with region titles on their resume.
So they know what it takes to get there. And both these teams at some point during the year, Darryl McCoy, was either a favorite or a heavy favorite. And we thought Paintsville at the beginning of the year, they looked really good against Ashland, and now all of a sudden things are starting to click their way. Pikeville been very consistent all year, Darryl.
Yeah, you see them talking it over right now. That's the thing that worries you right now. Here's Landon Sloan. We're going to take a second to talk to Paintsville's head coach, Landon Sloan.
This is Blaine Keathley with D&D Sports Network. I'm here with Coach Landon Sloan. So, Coach, we were joking a little bit up there, and then also Elisha was joking with us. This is a blue versus red. You know, you playing in Kentucky, him playing at Louisville. But overall, both of you guys have so much experience in this tournament, in this building. Tell me, what are you telling your guys how special this moment is to them?
Well, it's just like before the first game, that was our message to the team. This is the kind of games you grow up, you know, when you're in your driveway shooting. This is the kind of games you grow up dreaming about playing in. So just to be here in this atmosphere, it's a great crowd tonight against a really good program that's well coached. We're excited. We're excited about the opportunity. Just trying to keep playing well. It's survive and advance, so we know our life's on the line. You got to be willing to do anything at this point in time.
Coach, you know, we were talking about this isn't a traditional Pikeville team of the past. You know, smaller team, they like to get out and run. Are you going to try to slow them down tonight, or are you going to get in the track race and still play in the transition game?
Yeah, we're going to play our style however that comes out. We want to be the aggressor in the game. We'll dictate kind of what happens with our defense. But, you know, they shoot the ball really well. They get it out and go. They're very similar to the regional champion last year in Lawrence County in the way they played. They were small and got it out and just went with the basketball. But they shoot it well. We got to defend the three-point line extremely well. And you just can't have lapses. You can't have mental lapses defensively and know where they're at all times.
Good luck, Coach. I'm going to let you get to your boys. Back to you guys.
There you go. The great interviews by Blaine Keathley on the sideline, Coach. He's done a tremendous job.
He has. Gene Okerlund getting it done for us, right?
Yeah, absolutely. as we sit here and look, Kevin Jones, Kevin Keathley, Darryl McCoy, let's thank our sponsors real quick while we got time. I want to thank Amanda Blackburn-Muncie, Magistrate, District 1. Brian Morris for Judge Executive. The Mine, located right across from Pikeville. You hit Friday, Saturday night, head out to the Mine, get you some good food, and then the nightlife starts popping. Coach Keathley starts hopping, and it's a great time out, a mining experience. The food fair, Punk's Tire, Mountaineer Buildings, Hilton Homes of Ival, Willie Crace, Republican State Representative, 95th District, SNK Asphalt, Pikeville Medical Center, TRW Vendors Market, Matt Hager Law, Clayton Homes of Harold, George Swain at State Farm, Sal's Steakhouse, Pro Cleaners, Hurley's Jump Zone, Crum Funeral Home, Jason Fields for Jailer, Pike County, Nick Markham for Jailer, Martin County, Al's Garage, Butcher's Towing, Warfield Market, Tommy's Auto Sales, 23 Camper Sales, Mitchell Ferris for U.S. Senate, Man Toyota, man, what a deal. Lucas & Sons Funeral Home, Gary C. Johnson Law, Black Diamond Excavation Crew, Larry Frisbee, District 1 Commissioner, Johnson County, Jessica Click, Commissioner, District 1, Johnson County, and Black Diamond Excavation Crew. Guys, we're going to step aside for just a moment. Be right back. Pikeville, Paintsville, coming up next.
Al's Garage, located at Minnie, has a reputation of providing excellent automotive repairs with experienced mechanics who go above and beyond to serve our customers. Oil changes, tires, brakes, engine repair, or exhaust. We offer reliable service to keep your vehicle running as it should. Come see us beside the Family Dollar at Minnie or call 949-1921. Al's Garage wishes good luck to all area teams.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County schools.
Folks, if you're in the market for a storage building, garage, barn, or custom structure, there's only one name you need to know. Mountaineer Buildings, conveniently located right outside Chapmanville, West Virginia, with multiple locations across Kentucky, West Virginia, and Ohio. They are the largest building company in the coalfields for a reason. They've got a huge inventory on lot, unbeatable deals, and waiting for you. Come see us at Mountaineer Buildings. And we are back here on the Gary C. Johnson Law pregame show as we got Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy, Kevin Keathley, Kevin Jones, Pikeville, Paintsville, the two biggest independent schools in the coalfields doing battle right here.
Should be a good one, Darryl.
Should be a dang good ball game. This is one you don't want to miss. And this is one of the better matchups, round one. And, if you look, we've not really had any close games in the first round. The closest we had was Floyd Central, Pike Central.
Yeah.
Now, as you sit here, the guys, this is, you see the bands start rocking here. Pikeville's brought their bands. They brought their national title, which I don't know if this group's won a national title, but Pikeville's won a couple national titles throughout history. Cheerleaders, and you're talking about schools known for cheerleading. Pikeville is the pinnacle, some of the best. And then over on the Paintsville side, this matchup definitely, this is one of them. Pikeville's got as good a guard play as anybody in all the coalfields. And, the one thing they don't have, though, is a big man. And Paintsville has a really good big man in Brock Woods. So it's going to be interesting to see how Pikeville handles Brock Woods. Brock Woods, we'll see if Brock Woods can take over this game.
Darryl, Brock Woods averaging almost a double-double this year, and in my view, maybe the most versatile big in the mountains in terms of what he can do from the elbow to the inside to the three-point line, and his passing ability maybe him and Devin Naynard's up there in terms of maybe best passing bigs in the region.
I agree with you. He sees the floor extremely well for a big man. You know, when you sit there, you know, I mean, those are definitely two good ones. You know, Owen Bowman, you know, he's starting to become that guy too. You know, sees the floor well. But Brock Woods, you know, it's because Brock Woods in the past, he's not had to be the guy. You know, and here the second half of the season, he's took that role and really thrived in it of being the guy ever since Code left.
Darryl, we were in the building when he dropped 44 against Martin County, and absolutely from rebounding to defending to scoring the ball, there was nobody better.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, and we've seen him. That's what I'm saying. We've seen him dominate games before, you know,
right.
And he has that ability. Now, listen, we talk about Pikeville's great guard play. You know, you can make a strong case. Paintsville's got the best guard on the floor in Anderson Lawford.
Right.
You know, he's just a junior too. So, you know, you talk about him, but, you know, you could also make a case that Pikeville, you know, has Jackson King, Grant Hall, Carter Parsons, you know, Coach Sloan, Wes Buck, you know, I mean, Pikeville's just so deep. Mark Bowling, you know, I mean, this is a very tough Pikeville team, tough matchup.
Guard heavy, right?
Yeah, very guard heavy. And Jaden Stewart says he's watching from Bethany College. Braxton Freeman says, I don't like either team. I hope they both lose. I'm a Johnson Central fan. Miranda Bradford says, how many days since these teams have played a game?
Listen, it's Paintsville played on Saturday night.
Yeah.
To the play-in. They beat Lawrence County. It's been a while. It's been a week since Pikeville played, Darryl.
Yep. So, you know, have to kick off some rust here early on. Again, this first quarter coming up. First quarter will be sponsored by Larry Frisbee, District 1 Commissioner in Johnson County. As Kevin Keathley, Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy getting ready to tip off here at the Appalachian Wireless Arena. Guys, let's break records. Hit that like and share button, get these numbers up, and let's have a good time tonight on the broadcast.
Waited for this one.
Yeah, Coach, this is maybe the best matchup of the first round. You know, we've seen every game's been a blowout at this point. Former East Ridge star Braxton Stanley in the house, Coach.
A turned official, right?
Yeah, he's an official now. Kobe Holland says he can't see. Well, Kobe, we're getting ready to take the sponsors down, and we will have starting lineups coming at you. The Paintsville starting lineups brought to you courtesy of Jessica Click for Commissioner of District 1. Aiden Spears says he wants Paintsville to win. And Miranda Bradford says she's tuning in. She wants a great broadcast, great ball game.
You're going to get a great broadcast, Miranda Bradford.
Yeah, you can guarantee that.
By the way, congratulations to Allison on a great career.
Yeah.
Allison Howard.
Yeah. 13th region officials tonight. You see them there. Now, Paintsville will be the visiting team as they got here by way of play-in game out of the 57th district. Head coach by Landon Sloan. Now, for the officials, guys, we'll let tonight it's Mike Ashurst, Jason Hubbard, and Paul Nicholson. Pikeville starting lineups brought to you courtesy of AAA Real Estate here in Pikeville. Number 0, Jackson King. Number 1, Grant Hall. Number 2, Mark Bowling. Number 5, Carter Parsons. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 10, Coach Sloan. They are head coached by Elijah Justice. All right, Kevin Keathley, are you ready for this one?
This is one, as I mentioned, waited for this one for a long time. Just 4 weeks ago, Paintsville knocked off Paintsville, Darryl McCoy. You was there for that one.
Yeah, was there. Yeah. And, you know, this is one, you know, you can bet Pikeville's wanting some payback here.
Right.
You know, and Paintsville showed then that they can run with any team. You know, that's the most surprising thing about this Paintsville team is they're at their best when they're running the floor.
Really, really good this year.
Craig Dameron Furniture says D&D is the best, Coach. So you heard it from Craig Dameron. Visit them for all your furniture needs. Ball's thrown up, and it's going to be Grant Schutz with the ball. And Loffer has it out top. Swings it back over, and there's Grant Hall doing what he does. Jackson King trying to get to the loose ball.
Couldn't track it down.
No. And, Coach, here's...
Oh, it's Paintsville ball.
Yeah,
Grant
that's
Hall
definitely...
threw it out of bounds.
Yeah.
We had an official ready to...
Here's the move that I like that Landon Sloan's made recently is, what have I told you all year?
Well, you've been a big fan of Preston Sloan.
Preston Sloan needs to be in that starting lineup. He's one of the better rebounding guards. He's had experience, and he's played as much ball as anybody in the 15th region, Coach.
Yes, he has.
Nice job off the glass, and there he is. Tough take. I'm telling you, Coach, this kid's a player.
And listen, he doesn't back down from anybody on the offensive end.
No, and that's what, you know, during the season, that's what I knew. I knew, like, they needed experience at that position.
Yes.
And Jackson King gets it. He gets it over. Carter Parsons sinks it.
If Parsons gets going, he's as good as anybody from deep.
I agree. I'll swing it over.
They're really locking in on Brock Woods.
Yeah, Loffer goes in. Nice take by Loffer. Coach, that's what I say. Anderson Loffer, you know, next to Austin Sloan and Braxton Keathley, he's probably the best finisher in the region. Like, you can't stop him from getting to the rack.
He can get downhill.
Now, I probably missed this in the pregame. You probably said it, but have they played this year?
Yeah. Paintsville knocked them off just about 3.5 weeks ago.
Okay. Oh, Darryl was there for that one, wasn't
he?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a great ball game. I mean, that was also on that smaller floor. They'll swing it out. There's Sloan. He's off the mark. Grant Hall with the rebound, Coach. Listen, pound for pound, if you're going to buy a ticket and you want to get your run for the money, Grant Hall's the one you want to pay to watch.
He plays hard. He
does. Very fun to watch. There's Parsons, no looker, and Brock Woods says, I'm not having that.
Yeah, not happening.
No. There's no weak sauce in here.
And that's what Woods does. I mean, he controls the paint.
Pikeville going small, aren't they?
Yeah, Brock Woods, you know, Coach, the most nice job there by Coach Sloan. The thing about Brock Woods that he's improved the most on is his stamina. Like, you know, he can run the floor with the best of them. Off the mark, Parsons grabs the rebound.
Loffer had a layup there, and he elected to kick it out.
Brings it back out, bowling. Yeah, that's something he's got. If he has opportunities at the rim, he's got to take them. Swings it back around. Grant Hall, kickball by Schutz.
Schutz, another young man, just a freshman, number 11 for Paintsville. Darryl, he's an excellent combo guard. Does a lot of different things for Paintsville.
Yeah, he's a good little young talent coming up. Let's swing it over to Bowling. Bowling swings it back to King. And nice job there by Sloan. Sloan, again, using his size and athleticism to finish over the big fella.
Sloan shooting close to 57% from the field.
Yeah, that's impressive. He don't shoot a lot. You know, again, he's one of them efficient players.
Right.
Doug Cottle says it's going to be another good game.
Woods might have should have took that one.
Jonathan Sherman says Paintsville by 3. Uh-oh, looky here, Parsons. This is where Parsons thrives. Really good in transition, Coach.
Got to cut down on those live ball turnovers if you're Paintsville.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. 9-4 lead right now, Pikeville over top of Paintsville. Now, Paintsville going to get in their offense. They'll swing it over. Nice take. I'm telling you, Coach, this kid is a player. You know, it really surprised me it took that long for him to move in that starting lineup, but credit Landon Sloan recognizing that. And I think Paintsville's been playing their best basketball since they've started giving him more and more minutes.
Sometimes it's just opportunity, right?
Yep, that's it. They'll swing it back around. Bowling. Hall. And Bowling off the mark. And Sloan, you know, right now Paintsville not doing a great job with Coach Sloan, Coach. I mean, he's really getting what he wants around the rim. Somebody's going to have to block him out here.
Going to have to got to put a body on somebody.
Yeah. Now swing it. Shot up.
Sloan getting it done, Darryl.
Let's see here. Here comes Loffer. Loffer cross court. And I'm a big fan of Coach Sloan's. They'll swing it over to Loffer. Loffer working on Kane. Spins, kicks out to Woods. Shuts. Good ball movement, but throws it away. Here comes Pikeville back. Parsons. Parsons kicks it down to Keene, and Keene with the bucket. Jackson Keene, the UPike commit. The two seniors hooking up on that play, Coach, and gives Pikeville the 13-6 lead on the Craig Dameron Furniture scoreboard.
Live ball turnovers.
Yep. That's what's hurting Paintsville right now.
Yeah. 4 early turnovers.
Yep. 4 early turnovers. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. Again, guys, Brian Morris, Rodney Scott, Jason Fields. This coming election, make sure you vote Brian Morris, Judge Executive, Rodney Scott, Sheriff, and Jason Fields, Jailer here in Pike County. Coach, you know, right now, you know, the Paintsville, really, you know, I think they're doing a good job. You know, the pace is where Paintsville wants to be, but, you know, I think they're going to have to run some offense through the big fella.
Yeah, and Woods, they're really trying to double or bring a guy behind, bring a guy up top, but you still have to find a way to get Woods involved, Darryl, because if you don't, you're negating your one sizable, no pun intended, advantage.
Yeah, no, you're spot on. And over on the defensive end, you've got to find Coach Sloan on the missed shot opportunities. Coach Sloan is hurting you right now at the rim. Somebody's got to put a body on him.
He's doing a nice job in the interior playing that big for him all year long, Darryl.
Yep.
And he's more of a 3, but he's having to play a 4 and 5 for him.
I agree. The Braxton Fryman says Paintsville has to get in rhythm, keep the tempo where they want it, and said they've playing the last few games. They got to get the tempo where they've been the last few games. So again, guys, you see down here on the right side, you see one of the best fan sections. Paintsville, Coach, and you know, Pikeville, Coach, they're a fan section. They used to be the best fan section. It wasn't close.
They were.
When E.B. Walters, even, you know, going back to 10 years prior. But, you know, this year it's kind of settled off.
When the Boer kid led them.
Yeah, Harrison Boer, yeah. Yeah, and then Harrison Boer handed it over to E.B. Walters.
Yeah.
So you had an 8-year run there where they was one of the best fan bases in all of Eastern Kentucky. But you don't see that same fan section anymore. It'd be interesting to see if they pop up if Pikeville can advance here.
Right.
Now coming back out, it's a 13-6 lead on the Craig Dameron Furniture scoreboard. Pikeville leads Paintsville. They'll hand it over to Preston Sloan. Sloan gets Woods. Woods with it out top. Swings it back over to Loffer. Loffer. Preston Sloan, and looky there, nice defense. And Schutz with a 3.
That'll open things up in a hurry.
Listen, Schutz is that X factor, Coach. If you can get Schutz knocking down 3s, it's going to allow Pikeville where they can't pack in at the top of that lane.
He can absolutely shoot it too.
Yeah. Swings it back around. King, he's off the mark. And good job, Grant Hall, smallest guy on the floor, Coach, but, you know, he's just outworking people.
He is, and that's his second rebound.
Yeah. Craig Dameron Furniture says both teams have good players. And we know Kevin Jones, he went to Craig Dameron's Furniture, got his last Lazy Boy You know, is there anything like watching D&D Sports in your Craig Dameron Furniture Lazy Boy?
No, man, you can't beat it, man. I'm ready to go back and get me another one.
Well, the thing I like, it's not just the quality, it's the service you get with it. You know, anything's happened, like my power cord went out. They come back and they fixed it free of charge.
Wesley Buck checks in.
Yeah. Wesley Buck, the transfer from Floyd Central. Coach, one of the most athletic kids in the 15th region.
Buck's got a good size, too. He's probably, what, 6'5"? 6'4", 6'5"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say
He's as tall as Woods down there looking at him.
he's definitely 6'4", maybe 6'5". They'll swing it in. Hall, he's going to go, kicks over to King. King drives baseline. King loses it.
King's so good at that shot fake.
He is. Sloan loses it. A lot of contact down there. Coming back the other way. Paintsville off the mark, but the finish by Loffer. Now you got Meeks in the game now. Andrew Meeks, good job getting back. Nice hustle by Meeks.
And that's what you needed if you're Paintsville. 2 turnovers, forcing 2 turnovers. Pikeville got to take care of the ball.
Coach, if you remember, Andrew Meeks transferred from Johnson Central 2 years ago. He started on this floor for Johnson Central.
Yeah, that's right.
They come back around. Loffer. Yeah.
Loffer. Oh.
Off the mark.
A lot of contact.
Here comes Coach Sloan. He'll kick it up to King. King.
So good.
And it crossover and out of Buck. Somehow, and Schutz just ripped it away. A late jump ball, Coach.
That was a very late jump ball.
Yeah,
Schutz was off and running.
Yeah, they was already headed back the other direction.
Yes. Pikeville starting to get a little discombobulated.
I don't know about that one. Josh Pennington watching from Dollar General in Vico, Kentucky. Good job there by Buck. Couldn't convert.
There's Hall's third rebound.
Parsons can't get the row. Buck with the rebound.
Paintsville tapped it, Darryl, instead of grabbing it.
Nah, you're spot on there. And Buck, free throw line jumper, he don't get the row.
3 straight stops for Paintsville.
Very fortunate. Shouldn't have been 3 straight possessions. But they gave up a couple offensive rebounds. There, Kane, nice defense.
They're doing a great job on Keene early, Darryl.
Parker Hilton.
You could tell that was a scouting report.
Yep.
Grant Hall is a defensive menace, isn't
He just, listen, sometimes you think you've got him beat.
No.
And he just continues to give that second, third effort.
Listen, you're talking about a pest. It's very hard. If you're a guard, he just, he don't take any plays off the whole game. He's right there in your grill.
Right.
You know, I mean, the kid, his stamina is insane. He doesn't get tired. There's Buck. He's going to back up. And, Coach, that's something to keep an eye on. You know, Buck can shoot that 3 ball.
That's going to be offensive on Buck.
Buck.
You know, a lot of people don't think of Wes Buck as a 3-point shooter, but listen, he's very effective from the 3-point line.
He took them at Floyd Central and he made them with ease.
Yep. Now coming back, Loffer.
Got a chance to tie this up.
Now swing it down to Woods. Woods over to Schutz. Schutz from the corner. Off the mark. Says all Schutz. Coming back the other way. Hall kicks it up to Parsons for the easy deuce.
That's a big momentum shift.
It is. Loffer in and out. Coach, you know me, I'd rather got that on the backside. Nice pass. Coach would say a tasty dish by Grant Hall.
Cole Sloan with 8 points. And when you just had an opportunity to tie it up, Woods should have took that shot, Darryl. He had an open look.
He's got the size advantage. He's passed off on a few shots I thought he should have took.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
That floor is slick, Darryl.
Loffer lost his foot and
What? That was a
wow, they said knee ball.
He hit it with his hand first.
Yes.
This is these officials a little different in the 13th region.
I believe the officials are a little discombobulated.
The Jeffrey Terry says, watching from the 15th region tournament, the one thing I've noticed is Floyd County kids who are playing at other schools said a lot of talent has left the county.
And that's been going on for a lot of years.
Yeah, that's happened. It's not this year. You know, it's something that's happened for a long time. And it's just today's world transfers. But that's the thing, Coach. Officiating really hasn't been a point of notice. They've done a really good job throughout this tournament.
Yeah.
Today they're a little slow start for these officials, but 13th, they've done a good job. It's just different.
You know how they call it now. If you're a coach, listen, up top, you can't push and grab.
Nope. But you may be able to get away with something in the paint.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go. Nice job. Keene at the buzzer. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Pikeville 17, Paintsville 11. We'll be right back.
Hi, Smokey Armstrong, United Motorsports in Belfry. Kick into high gear with great deals on new Honda motorcycles and ATVs. Power through any terrain with savings up to $7,000 on selected Polaris side-by-sides and ATVs. Built for work, built for play, and ready to ride. Get the job done with Kawasaki. New and pre-owned inventory from parts to service and the financing to get you approved. It's all right here. United Motorsports, Belfry.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County schools.
And we're back here. As you see the Paintsville cheerleaders doing a tremendous job, Coach. And now if the basketball team can just perform like the cheerleaders.
They're doing a tremendous job. Paintsville, outside of those, Darryl, turnovers, but also they got to get Mr. Brock Woods going.
They do. Here Grant Hall drew the offensive foul. Great job by Grant Hall.
And that's the thing. Hall, a smaller guard on the floor, maybe the smallest. Officials sometimes, because he gets bumped a lot and gets bumped off his trajectory, sometimes you got to watch out for those offensive fouls, Darryl.
And I agree. Second quarter brought to you courtesy of 23 camper sales.
Nice take.
Yeah, good finish. Coach Sloan.
Cole Sloan been the difference early.
Yeah.
10 early points for Cole Sloan.
Remember, guys, 23 camper sales located in Cannonsburg and Boyd County. Don't just sell campers, they sell accessories as well. Hit them up. They got all sizes, all brands. 23 camper sales. There's Coach Sloan, steps to the line. And he connects on the three-point play opportunity, and another turnover. Coach Paintsville.
Yeah.
Little out of sorts here.
They're just not taking care of the basketball. That is the difference in this game.
Yeah. And again, first round has pretty much been all blowouts here in this tournament. Could this be another one, or can Paintsville come back and make this interesting?
One thing about Paintsville is they make runs in the second half, Darryl. We've seen that 3 different times this year.
You're spot on. This team never goes away. There's Buck. Three-pointer up, no good.
That's Buck's second.
Yeah. Seen a lot of boxing out, Coach, but not a lot of,
right.
The Tigers was all boxing out, but they got to have somebody go get the ball.
Got to go grab the ball, right?
They said, what's the foul count so far, Coach, for the game?
We'll get that, but right now, here in the second quarter, it's the second team foul. Paintsville has 2, Pikeville has 1.
Yeah. And Sloan goes up. Tough take by Sloan. Couldn't convert. They'll swing it over to the wing. Carter Parsons drives baseline, reverse finish. Nice finish by Parsons.
Carter Parsons.
Yeah. And Schutz goes up. Strong take by Graham Schutz. Swings it back down. Parsons.
Carter Parsons with 9 points, Darryl.
Coach, right now he's being super aggressive with the basketball.
Yes, and when he's hitting shots, I'm telling you, he's as good as any guard in the mountains.
He is. He's really good in transition. Another one of them kids, very strong transition game. It's the first.
Sloan with 11, Parsons with 10. They got 21 of their 23.
Well, how about this, Kevin Jones? Upset City over in West Virginia. Greenbrier East 55, Capital 52.
Wow. Didn't see that. Was that a
No.
final?
Yep.
Well, I don't think Capital should even been at Greenbrier East playing.
No,
It
they
kinda
shouldn't
was,
have.
The way they done them in that voting the coaches, the team was the #1 team in the state all year. They lose one game to Chapmanville, and they drop them to a 6th seed in their conference.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah, that's
That ain't right.
no.
What they do over is they let coaches vote to where
Yeah.
you're seated.
Yes.
And they all got together and just pushed Capital to a 6th seed where they had to go on the road to Greenbrier East first round.
Well, Coach, we know all about that here in Kentucky.
Yeah, we do. Little tomfoolery.
Yeah. Coming back around. Swings it back. Shot up, no good. And here comes Helton.
Should have took that in.
If you're
Yep.
Helton, you should attack the rim on that, Darryl.
Yep.
That's twice they've had layups.
And just elected not to be aggressive. I agree.
I tell you, one young man that's going to be aggressive, that's Preston Sloan.
I agree with you.
There's the big man, Brock Woods. You get that young man going, and
he's got to come alive here, Coach. He's got to be the one. He's been a little soft here in the early goings. He's got to get aggressive on the offensive end. There's Hall, nice pass. Coach Sloan can't control it.
Another turnover on Pikeville. Well, I don't know if it's that there. I just think that they're not making good entry passes to him when they do try to get him the ball. There's been 2 turnovers on entry passes.
He's not touched the ball a lot here in the first quarter and a half. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back. Folks, if you're in the market for a storage building, garage, barn, or custom structure, there's only one name you need to know. Mountaineer Buildings, conveniently located right outside Chapmanville, West Virginia, with multiple locations across Kentucky, West Virginia, and Ohio. They are the largest building company in the Coalfields for a reason. They've got a huge inventory on lot, unbeatable deals, and waiting for you. Come see us at Mountaineer Buildings.
Al's Garage, located at Minnie, has a reputation of providing excellent automotive repairs with experienced mechanics who go above and beyond to serve our customers. Oil changes, tires, brakes, engine repair, or exhaust. We offer reliable service to keep your...
And we're back here as they throw it away. Coming back. Nice dump off. And Grant Hall goes to the deck. Hard foul.
Hall going to the line. Hall averaging 5 points a game on the year. And doesn't get to the free throw line very often.
Burt Garner says Landon Sloan is the GOAT.
Got that one to go. Yeah. Anderson Lawford checking back in.
Kevin Jones says you guys can't get this to 500. Hit that like and share button. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're rooting for down in the Jim Mar Service comment section below. Hall is going to shoot the second.
It's them both.
Yep. Easy money.
Only the second player to score outside Parsons and
Coach Sloan.
And Sloan.
Yeah, I mean, how about that, Coach? You know, would you have dreamed that you would have went a quarter and a half and Jackson Keene not in the scoring column yet?
That's the only other one. He has 2 points.
Does he got?
Yeah, Keene has got 2, and Grant Hall has 2. And Cole, Sloan, and Parsons have the rest.
Happy birthday, Zayden Tackett from Paintsville, 15th birthday. Swings it back around.
Got to feed the entry pass, Darryl.
Another turnover there. Parsons with a step through.
Parsons with 13.
Yeah, Paintsville right now on the verge. They're getting blown out here in this first half. 28-15. Lawfer, he's off the mark. Right back to Lawfer. Lawfer looking for help. Swings it to Meeks. Meeks back around to Hilton.
Got to feed that post, Darryl McCoy.
Yeah, right there it is. Yeah, and they're doing a good job digging down on Woods when he gets it. Double team come. Here they come back the other way. Parsons between the legs pass. Gets over to Bowling, extra pass to Hall. Hall over to King. King has Meeks on him. Back to King.
And you see Paintsville in that 3-2.
Swings it. Sloan leaves it to Bowling. King. Shot up, and nothing but nylon on that one. Carter Parsons having himself a first half here, Coach.
He's got 16.
What a half for Carter Parsons. Swings it back around. Loffer. Again, Woods deep in that block right there. Yep. Meeks. Off the mark. Here comes Pikeville back the other way. Parsons on the break.
Woods is so good, Darryl, at passing out of the blocks, but in this case right now, you've got to impose your will, and you've got to attack, and you've got a 4 or 5 inch height advantage. Attack those smaller defenders right now. King going to the line. King with 2 points. The leading scorer for Pikeville. Give King 3. Got a sub, Graham Schutz checking back in. The freshman, the transfer from Prestonsburg. He's had himself a solid first half. King going for his 4th point. And we've got a media timeout.
As they take one, we will too. Be right back on the D&D Sports Network.
Pike County Sheriff Rodney Scott is proud of the record of his department. Every year-end audit has come back clean. And with financial stability, Sheriff Scott has added more certified deputies than ever before in Pike County, with new equipment, including guns, bulletproof vests, vehicles, and drug enforcement canines. With nearly 200 arrests on drug charges, crime will not be tolerated on Sheriff Rodney Scott's watch.
With your vote and support, we will continue to make Pike County the best place to live.
If you're needing seal coating, blacktop, line striping, recapping, or brand new pavement, S&K Asphalt has you covered. They take pride in their work, they're fully insured, and they make sure every job is done right the first time. Whether it's residential driveways or a commercial parking lot, don't trust just anybody. Trust the professionals at S&K Asphalt Service. Give Anthony Hampton a call today at 606-471-4297 for a free quote. That's 606-471-4297. S&K Asphalt Services, paving the way across eastern Kentucky. Back here at the Appalachian Wireless Arena, Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy, and Kevin Keathley on the call. You're watching the Mountains leader in sporting news, the D&D Sports Network. Coach Keathley, right now, it's been all Pikeville here in this one, 33-15, and right now Paintsville having a hard time figuring the Panthers out.
Darryl, it's been Paintsville not being as assertive on the offensive end and as aggressive, those live ball turnovers, and then Carter Parsons, and I've watched Pikeville quite a bit, having his best first half that I've seen in quite some time.
There we go. Yeah, Paintsville right now, I mean, they're just a little shell-shocked, you know. But like you said, Coach, this Paintsville team, we've seen them in this situation many times. Like, this team's never out of it.
No. There's Brock. Got to go to work.
Out there, that's what he's got to keep doing, Coach.
There's nobody that can match his size.
No.
Nobody. If I'm Landon Sloan, I'm getting him the rock every single time.
I agree. Grant Hall swings it down. And here comes Paintsville. Paintsville on the push. They'll swing it over. Woods. Back over to Hilton.
They're literally bringing a triangle to Woods.
Right there, yeah, right there. I mean, the guards has got to make that quick, Coach. And when Woods gets it, he's got to make a quick initial move. And right there, that's what's going to be available. The way they're overplaying Woods, Loffer's got to take advantage of them lanes.
That was a good call. Hall with a lot of body. on Laufer.
Fans didn't want it, Coach, but you was right there on it. You know, Coach, I talked about the Pikeville fan section, but the Pikeville fan section is down here on our side.
Right. Yeah, they brought a pretty good student section.
But they're not as active as they used to be.
No, not during the Boer years.
I want to see, you know, they're very notorious for the toga parties.
Yeah.
I want to see them come back with the togas.
Bring that back.
Yeah. There's Laufer, and it's that one.
Hall going to go to the bench with his second foul.
Swings over to King. King gets the ball ahead. Sloan.
Nolan Hall checks in. Younger
Eighth
brother.
grader, right?
Yeah, you see him right there. He's a kid, Coach, a little more offensively minded than his brother.
Bowling.
Yeah, nice take. Great take by Mark Bowling. Again, he transferred from Shelby Valley a couple years ago.
You want to talk about somebody that can play golf? This young man is a golfer.
He is. Laufer buries that one. Good-looking jumper. Paintsville cuts it to 15.
There, I can promise you, this is a long way from being over. Paintsville has the ability of scoring bunches.
Yeah, Jackson King, good defense by Schutz. Bowling wide open. Coach, they gave him too much time. He'll hit that. Comes back, Schutz, stops, pops, and drops.
There it is. Back to 12, 90 seconds to play here in the first half.
Listen, if you can get this single digits, then you're in good shape if you're Paintsville. They'll swing it down low. Back out, Bowling.
He's a sniper.
Yeah. You knew he missed the first one. You knew it wasn't going to happen again.
Wide open.
Yeah. And there's Laufer. He's off the mark. Parsons grabs the board. And here comes the Panthers on the push. Swing it back over to Bowling. Bowling gets downhill.
What a move.
And right now, Mark Bowling having his way as he's got 7 quick points for the Panthers.
7 quick points in a matter of about a minute.
Yeah. Swings it back around. Coach, I'll tell you a kid that we've not seen a ton of here in this one is the kid from Whitley County.
Yes. Hell.
Yeah. Tucker Hill. There's Woods. Nice job by Brock Woods. They needed that one. Cuts it back to 15. Here comes Jackson King wide open. Goes in and gets the bucket.
Jackson King now with 6 points.
15 seconds to go. Laufer.
We have one final shot at this one. You want to make the most of it. Nice take.
Yeah, good take by Laufer. Couldn't convert.
Stepped on the inbound line. Paintsville going to get one more shot at it.
Brian Atkins says, who are the refs tonight? One of them looks like a guy he knows.
Yeah, he's been doing it a long time. He actually officiates college games as well.
It's Mike Ashurst, Jason Hubbard, and Paul Nicholson. Laufer, Woods off the mark, Coach. Will end the first half. Pikeville 42, Paintsville 25. We'll be right back here on the Pikeville Medical Center halftime show. Well, hold on, we may, let's see, Blaine Keathley. Grab Coach Elijah Justice here real quick.
So, Coach, I saw when Brock Woods is posting, you're bringing that dig from the backside. Because of your speed, you're able to be able to do that and also get out the shooters if they go to the opposite corner. So tell me, was that a game time adjustment or was that something that you all were planning on doing all week?
Well, I mean, Brock Woods, he's a tough matchup for any of our guys one-on-one. So we know he's a great player, and we wanted to bring somebody to help, but at the same time, you're giving a little something up. So we're hoping that we can continue to dig on it and get back out and force contested shots.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way. Back to you.
There he is, Blaine Keathley, sideline roving reporter, our Ahmad Rashad of the D&D Sports Network. Great interview, Blaine.
Great interview. Blaine's one of the best, Coach. Elijah Justice, you can tell what their mindset is. And, we'll talk to Landon Sloan coming out, and I guarantee you wouldn't want to talk to him going in the locker room.
No,
because he is one furious man right now.
Absolutely.
We'll take a quick break. Be right back on the Pikeville Medical Center halftime show on the D&D Sports Network.
Welcome back, guys, here on the D&D Sports Network. This is the Pikeville Medical Center halftime show with the Pikeville Panthers up on the Paintsville Tigers 42-26 here at halftime. Let's go over the scoring for both teams. For Pikeville, Jackson Keene has 6. Carter Parsons has 16. Coach Sloan 11. Grant Hall 2. And Mark Bowling 7. And Mark Bowling scored the last 7 down the stretch there for the Pikeville Panthers. Got a hot hit of 3 and two nice crossovers to go in for the layup. And then on the Paintsville side, you've got Brock Woods with 6, Anderson Loffer with 8, Graham Schutz with 8, and Preston Sloan with 4. And guys, that rounds out the scoring here on the Pikeville Medical Center halftime show. We'll give a shout out to our sponsors for the tournament. Amanda Blackburn Muncie, Magistrate District 1. Brian Morris for Judge Executive. Rodney Scott for Sheriff. Mountaineer Buildings, Punk's Tire, Hilton Homes of Ivel, Willie Crace, Republican State Representative, 95th District, S&K Asphalt, Pikeville Medical Center, Food Fair, Matt Hager Law, Clayton Homes, George Swain at State Farm, Sal's Steakhouse, Pro Cleaners, Hurley's Jump Zone, Crum Funeral Home, elect Jason Fields for jailer at Pike County, and also elect Nick Markham for jailer in Martin County. Butcher's Towing, Warfield Market, Tommy's Auto Sales, 23 Camper Sales, Mitchell Ferris for U.S. Senate. Man Toyota, man, what a deal. Lucas and Sons Funeral Home, Gary C. Johnson Law. We got Big Al's Garage. We also have the mine right here beside the Expo Center. Black Diamond Excavation Crew, Forest Service Center. And guys, a few more sponsors, but we're going to take a quick break. That was the Pikeville Medical Center halftime show here on the D&D Sports Network.
Welcome back, everybody. You're watching the Pikeville Medical Center halftime show with Kevin Keathley, Darryl McCoy, Kevin Jones, Blaine Keathley. Right now, Pikeville all over Paintsville, 42-26 on the Craig Dameron Furniture scoreboard, Coach. It's really, Paintsville not able to get the big fella, not able to use the height and the size of Brock Woods there in the first half.
Listen, that's probably, Darryl, outside of those live ball turnovers Paintsville had early on, it was the inability to make sure and credit Pikeville. They were basically running a triangle. Almost, listen, it wasn't a triangle and two, but they were running a triangle in the paint to really dig and go weak side to ball side to take away Brock Woods, Darryl McCoy, and they done a tremendous job. But I do feel like Paintsville got to be a little more assertive finding Brock the basketball.
I agree 100%. As we sit in here this third quarter, we'll be coming at you courtesy of Man Toyota. Man, what a deal. Hit them up for all your Toyota needs. They got great deals on new, used, pre-owned, located right outside Prestonsburg. Also, big shout out to our friends over at The Mine for a mining experience, unique experience, great food, great nightlife. Hit up The Mine, Coach, and after the game, they're open every night. I'm going to go over, get me some appetizers before I go home and, really soak in this great night of basketball.
Come over and talk basketball with us.
There you go.
Yeah, we're ready to get it going here. We're about 30 seconds from the start of the third quarter, and Paintsville got a lot of making up to do here, trailing 16, but I promise you, if you've been following Paintsville basketball the last month, they've made some incredible runs in the second half. They were down 27 to Johnson Central in the district tournament, cut it to 9. They were down 20 to Johnson Central in regular season, cut it to 2. They were down 20 to Martin County, cut it to 3. So this Paintsville team has the ability to make runs, and they've done a lot of that in the second half this year. So
what you're saying, they're a second half team?
That's what I'm saying, Kevin Jones. They are a second half team, but you got to get stops, and you can go a long way getting a stop right out of the locker room.
Carter's feeling it tonight.
He is. I need that notebook over there. Carter now has 17 points.
Big time three there by Sloan.
Yeah,
he's played well, Darryl. You was right about him, wasn't you?
Listen, I told you I knew the kid for a while, and the thing that I knew is, listen, he plays as many AAU games as any kid in the region, and
wow,
nice job, Carter Parsons. Listen, he has been the hot hand tonight all night long. A big reason why Pikeville has such a large lead.
Parsons now with 20.
Here comes Sloan. He'll kick it back over to Loffer. Back over to Loffer. Swings it to the wing, shuts. Back around, Loffer down the woods. Kicks it over to Sloan. Sloan working on bowling. Loffer back around to Hilton.
Nice.
Loffer, nice take. Strong take by Loffer. Telling you, that kid right there, it's just hard to slow him down. Such a strong upper body.
Darryl, if I was Paintsville, they're bringing that a double and triple over to Woods. I'd bring a guy over to that Dunker's Alley and force Pikeville to have to guard somebody on the back side of Woods.
Yeah, that's where, what's the kid's name, Coach, number 5?
Yeah.
That's come in, the kid that come in from the JV team.
Yeah.
Late in the year. I do not have a roster in front of me.
Yeah, we're on Darryl, listen. It doesn't matter if it's JV, as long as you put somebody on that Dunker's Alley, short corner to short corner, bring somebody back and forth. It can even be Lawfer you put on the back side.
Carter Parsons, man, was it 8 straight here in the third quarter?
Yeah, he's now got 23. Carter Parsons filling it up. And here comes again that high elbow. If Woods was to turn, they got Woods with the travel.
Cruz Howell, he's a young man. He was the star of the JV team when Eco left and went to Johnson Central. He stepped in that varsity lineup, and listen, his motor's different. He can bring some good things to this lineup.
He's not got many minutes here, though, in the last 2 ball games, Darryl.
No, they started playing him there a lot, and then there in the second quarter he played decently there, but I mean, he's a kid I think could really help him right now.
Big rebound.
Brings out Loffer gets to the middle of the floor, kicks it out. Hilton, and he nails it.
Needed that one if you were at Paintsville.
Badly, cuts it to 16. As, let's see, 30 seconds. So we'll stay here during this 30-second timeout. I don't know, Paintsville, this is a crucial 5 minutes here to end the third quarter. You got to see some positive stuff.
Darryl, we've watched, even in the district tournament, Johnson Central led by 27, and Paintsville cut it to 9.
Yeah, that's what we've seen it many times, Coach. This Paintsville team, they're capable of comebacks. It's just, right now they got to figure out, what can we do? What matchup can we take advantage of? And, the big thing is they got to have somebody guard Carter Parsons.
Maybe the game of the year for him.
Yeah, I agree. There's the Matt Hager fan cam right now in the Pikeville Panthers Spirit section. Coming back out of the timeout, Grant Hall. 5-second call.
Yeah, got the stop they needed.
And listen, if you're Paintsville, build off this.
One possession at a time.
Yep. Yeah, Brandy Lafferty, thank you, Cruz Howell. They appreciate you guys.
Nice take, Sloan.
Yeah.
Oh, just rimmed in and out on that one.
Oh, nice skill by Loffer.
Yeah, Loffer goes in.
Oh. That's a tough bang call.
What they
called a charge, Darryl, after the steal turnover by Hall.
That's a tough one.
That is tough, and Loffer's going to have to go to the bench. He's got 4 personal fouls.
Listen, I can tell you right now, I don't know. That's one that I may ride with it.
Yeah. Especially you got a little bit of momentum on your side.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough to win this game with Anderson Loffer missing, if he has to miss the last 5 minutes of this quarter.
Right. He's your one guy that can get you 30 from the perimeter. Of course, we know about Woods.
Yeah, Brock Woods here. This is where Brock Woods is going to have to take over.
Yeah. Take over. Just turn and shoot that mid-range, right, Darryl?
Really good around that free throw line area, but we've not seen that tonight. Here comes Sloan. Sloan drives left. Drive kick to Bowling. Bowling back around. Hall over to King. Sloan gets downhill.
Another stop.
Yeah, Helton. He gets it over to Sloan. Back out. Helton kicks it over to Schutz. Off the mark. Ooh, and Schutz went down hard.
Yeah, took a tough spill there.
Yeah. Coach, this is for you guys that don't know, Pikeville won the 59th district. Paintsville had a little tougher road getting here. They lost. They was third in the 57th district, but they done everybody a favor in the play-in game and got rid of Lawrence County. Nobody's seen that 30-point victory over the defending champs. And Coach, they come in riding the high.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expected that score.
No. I mean, I thought it was a 50-50 game, but I never expected the way they did it. There's Parsons, step back, no good. Helton with the rebound. Here comes Helton. He'll get it over to Sloan.
3 straight stops.
Yep, Preston Sloan kicks it over. Helton swings it back to Sloan. Sloan back over to Helton. Opposite side, back, extra pass. Nice entry pass. Coach, there's Woods, like, you know, the night that you're having right now, Coach, you got to start being aggressive. And here he is, the wild look to pass it in that situation.
He was 4 feet from the basket. Got to take that. Got to take that shot. But Darryl, look, it's back to 14.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. Buck set to come in at the next dead ball for Pikeville. But, yeah, I don't know if I'm Landon Sloan. I'm telling Brock Woods, listen, we're not throwing it down there to you for you to pass it. You know.
Go score, big man.
Yeah. And Parsons took a hard bump. Been a very physical game.
It has been, and he's looking for his 24th and 25th point of the night.
And good to see a senior like Parsons have this kind of night.
They've done a tremendous job on Keene, but it's so tough to listen, when you got two elite scorers like Keene and Parsons, it's tough.
Parsons nets that one.
"24 points for Carter Parsons. Looking to push this back out to a 16-point lead. It's on both. Media timeout.
They'll call the media timeout. They'll take one. We'll jump out with them. We'll be right back here on the D&D Sports Network.
Hey, 15th Region fans, ready to take your next event to the next level? Make it unforgettable with Hurley's Jump Zone, your local source for inflatables, water slides, mechanical bowls, laser tag, foam parties, shaved ice, and professional event lighting. Planning a birthday, school event, church gathering, or team celebration? They've got everything you need to bring the fun. And don't forget, show your team spirit at home with custom lighting services that make your house shine on game night. Hurley's Jump Zone, where the party starts. Call today and let the fun begin.
At Black Diamond Excavation Crew, we've got over 100 years of combined operating experience, from demolition and land prep to ditching and cleanup. Proudly serving Mingo, Logan, Pike, Martin, and surrounding counties. Give us a call today for a free estimate or message us on Facebook at Black Diamond Excavation Crew, LLC.
We're back here. You see the Matt Hager fan cam, Coach. A little soul in the building right now.
Soul music, right?
Coach, look over here. You talking about two former teammates. Them two done some magic together during their days in Prestonsburg.
Jackson Estrogen from KCU, Braxton Keathley.
Coach, I don't know anybody spent as much time in a gym together as them two.
2, 3, no. Well,
2, 3 times a day.
Probably for 4 years, right? Going back to the YMCA days.
Special duo.
Yeah. Put a lot of sweat and tears and extra nights, early mornings in together.
Absolutely. You see in here, 52-36 is the score on the Craig Damon Furniture scoreboard. 3:29 to go here in the third quarter.
There it is.
Woods.
He should have went up with that one.
Gets it over, Coach, and let's see. 14. Who is 14, Coach?
Number 14 checking in is Tucker Hale.
Is he wearing a different uniform? I don't think he normally was 14, was he?
Wesley Buck with the bucket.
And coming back the other way. Nice pass. Sloan finding a wide open Parker Helton. 54-38. And Coach, right now, I mean, Landon Sloan just wanting to serve ground here with Lawfer out. If you can hold this to about 10, 12, no larger than 14, you feel good about yourself with Lawfer out.
Yeah, you absolutely do.
They'll swing it over. There, Keene loses it. Comes back the other way. Meeks. Coach, there's a definitely a lot of contact let go there. Put back, good. Meeks, good job following.
A ton of contact, Darryl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, that.
In the NBA, that would be a clear path foul.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Swings it back around. Buck spins, and they're going to get Woods with the foul.
Buck, if you're Buck, you want to use your athleticism. No reason to fade on that one. And the left's going to go to the free throw line.
How about this? South Charleston, exactly what I told you would happen. Defeats St. Albans, 63-62.
I'm telling you, if you're Chapmanville, that's a tough round to go to the state, isn't it?
It is, yep.
Chapmanville, number 1 in the state right now, right?
Yeah, but South Charleston, man, they can beat anybody.
Well, they beat Johnson Central a couple of weeks ago. Just again, Darryl.
Yeah, I mean, Paintsville just a little lackadaisical with the ball right now. The, you know, it's 16-point lead. I mean, they've done a good job staying here, but, you know, Coach, they've not been able to cut into this.
Right, they played even here in the second half.
Well, they got their floor general on the bench, too.
Yeah, that's Parsons. Drives, kicks it back out. Buck had an opportunity, elected not to take it. Buck's going to pull Woods out, Coach.
And you know what? Buck has the advantage foot speed-wise.
Yeah, absolutely. No, minute 25 to go. Sloan with the steal. Let's see if Paintsville can make them pay. Across the court, Sloan. Or no, it's Hilton. Puts it back. And they throw it away. And here comes Buck. Watch out. Slamma jamma. Coach, we've not seen one clean dunk here.
No, we've not. We haven't.
You know that.
We'll give that one a rim grazer.
Yeah, and listen, if Buck, he gets another opportunity at that, he'll make them pay. He's definitely a high riser with his pilot's license.
Different type of floor, Darryl, than a high school floor.
Yeah. But you don't have as much bounce.
Yeah, it sets up. You know, again, it's not advantageous to have a lot of bounce.
Yeah. There's Sloan drives baseline. Nice job by Preston Sloan. And Coach Preston Sloan, he's been the hot hand for the Tigers.
Sloan's done a nice job tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they've stayed in this because of Preston Sloan. And Coach, right now, if I'm Paintsville, you're going to run this quarter out here, but I'm coming back to start the fourth with Lawfer out there.
No, you got to go ahead and go with him. It's now or never.
That's it. I mean, no use saving him, you know, because if you don't win tonight, it don't matter, you know. And fans wanted to travel.
Well, he never got back up off the ground.
Well, the reason I'd have probably agreed with him, I thought he slid quite a bit on it. There comes King. Back over to Sloan. And now, Coach Short. Good defense, and here comes the half-court heave. Off the mark. And we're going to end 3 quarters of play. Pikeville 58, Paintsville 42. We'll be right back. If you're looking for an award-winning tire shop that focuses on customer service that's family-owned and family-operated, stop by and see our friends Jeremy and Chasta at Punk's Tires. If you have a hectic work schedule and you're looking for a non-stressful, convenient way to buy tires, take advantage of Punk's Tires Appointment Saturdays. If they don't have the tire you're looking for, they guarantee it to have it the next day. Punk's Tires can take care of all your needs in tires, wheels, wheel alignments, brakes, rotors, minor mechanic work, and more. They'll treat you like family from the second you walk through the door. Come see us in Virgie, Kentucky, or give us a call at 606-639-TIRE. That's 606-639-TIRE.
At AAA Real Estate, they don't just list, they sell. They have experienced professional realtors with cutting-edge technology ready to work for you. The choice is clear. Whether you're buying or selling, contact Shirley Blackburn at listwithAAA.com.
Back here at the Appalachian Wireless Arena, fourth quarter coming up, brought to you courtesy of our good friend Brian Morris for Judge Executive. Vote Brian Morris for a better Pike County.
Nice crossover.
Yeah, Kevin Keathley, Darryl McCoy, Kevin Jones. Coach, exactly what we said. Anderson Loffer, Landon Sloan bringing him out to start the fourth.
They said it's now or never, guys. You got to be assertive here. There it is. There's that one-on-one matchup.
That's it. That's what you wanted. You've looked for that all night.
Yeah. Clock stops. Got a chance to cut it to 14.
Woods thinks that one.
Now tomorrow night's girls semis.
Semis tomorrow night,
Yep.
McCoy.
Yeah, and opens up Johnson Central, Betsy Lane. And then bottom half, you got Pikeville and
Paintsville.
Yeah, Paintsville. And how about that? Run it back. So,
Run it back.
Yeah, Paintsville girls, they have a chance at redemption. Nice job. And if you remember, Coach, the Paintsville girls beat Pikeville too later in the season.
That's right.
Just a couple weeks ago. And they'll swing it back around. Preston Sloan. Sloan back out to Loffer. Down the Woods.
Nice.
Yeah, good look. And Cruz Howell not able to make them pay. Buck, skies for the board.
They'll just not being able to knock down outside shots.
No.
Because Woods has set them up. One thing Woods has done is he's opened it up for them.
This is the Pikeville team. Nice look. Carter Parsons, guys, again, he's played as good as anybody here in these first round. They'll swing it back. Sloan kicks it to the wing. Back out Loffer. And he nets the three ball.
That was a three?
Yep.
I think Pikeville needs to get it to about 10 with about 3 to go. Maybe 3.5.
There's Sloan. Yeah, it's easier said than done. Here comes Loffer back the other way. Loffer drives, kicks. Sloan back over to Woods. Woods, he's off the mark, and Woods hurts his ankle.
Looks like they're going to call
He's going to shoot 3.
Yeah, Woods going to shoot 3.
Did they call the foul?
They did. It was after.
It was late.
Landing zone, wasn't it?
Yeah, the player landed into Brock's leg.
I mean, that was a little late. I'm not saying the call was wrong, but the Dino Baldwin says, are you guys going to be covering Rupp boys and girls 15th region winners? We will be there, Dino, with we will be bringing highlights, interviews, and wall-to-wall coverage, but we cannot stream it. It is streamed on Prep Spin exclusively pay-per-view, but we will have wall-to-wall coverage for you. Kevin Moses says he's watching from Tennessee.
Kevin Moses, I like those articles he's doing where he's getting dunked on.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
And Woods comes up limping.
He is limping, Darryl, and they're going to take Woods out.
Yeah, you're going to see he's going to go over to the bench.
Hopefully that young man's okay.
Well, listen, if there's one guy that can get him straightened out, it's Dr. Alan Baldwin at Maynard Chiropractic over on the bench.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Was Woods a junior?
He is, just a junior.
Yeah. Next year's senior class may be the best senior class that we've ever seen here in the mountains in the D&D era.
I agree with there's no question about that, right, Darryl?
Johnson Central returns their whole team too, don't they?
I wouldn't think.
God.
Coach Sloan with a nasty block. Coach Sloan playing big boy basketball here today. Coach, the only class I would say rivals is Riley Salmons and them. What was theirs? Was that the 23 maybe?
I think it was the 23.
Yeah, the 23 class. It was extremely deep, but 27 I think is definitely the deepest. Let's see Grant Hall. He'll swing it over to Bowling. Back around. Sloan kicks it to Hall. Hall, nice pass. And Hall with the rebound.
And an offensive foul.
Good job there by Short drawing that foul on Grant Hall.
Did a great job. That's his third personal. Brock Woods getting ready to check back in.
You know, Coach, all this talk about the Super Region, and we've been strong proponents of it. You know, I mean, you get your best 8 teams to the Expo Center, but this is the first year of the Super Region that we've seen this many blowouts in the first round.
Yeah. There it is.
Brock Woods. Not tough take. And, Coach, this is what Brock Woods, you see him limping, but still trying to will his way to victory.
And you see what he did there. He didn't hesitate. He turned and went up.
And that's what, all night, it's what we've been saying, but, see if he can finish strong here, get his Tigers back in it.
Woods now with 9 points. He's going to check back out.
A little offense, defense, right?
Yeah, it looks like it, right?
Yeah.
It's down to 13, Darryl McCoy. You get this down to 10 with about 4:30.
Yeah. I mean, you like where you're at, but you got to get some stops here, Coach. And how good of a job has Paintsville done on Jackson King tonight?
Unbelievable.
He goes, kicks it out. Parsons drives, kicks it over to Sloan. Sloan right back around Parsons. Parsons, nice dump down.
Oh, late call on that one.
Yep. And Bowling's going to go to the line.
This is the closest Paintsville's been all in the second half, right, Kevin Jones?
Yes.
13.
Bowling going to step to the line here.
Mark Bowling's had himself a game.
Yeah.
Bowling now with 8 points. Woods coming back in. He's definitely limping, Darryl. I hope he's okay.
Brings it back around.
Shots.
Good take by Schutz, just not able to finish.
Really good take. Shots coming up hobbled again.
And now Coach Paintsville makes it through this one. It'd be tough whether they can finish the next one.
Right.
And nice take there. And, that's why Landon Sloan was subbing Brock Woods out, because you seen Coach Sloan recognize that he had Woods and Woods had the injury, and he just went to work.
A great point, Darryl. Just took advantage.
Yep. Real quick, let's think some of our fine sponsors. Larry Frisbee, District 1 Commissioner in Johnson County. Forest Service Center. Go see Corey Conley and our friends at Forest Service Center. Also, go see Conley Brothers Giovanni's in Prestonsburg. Want to thank Jessica Click, District 1 Commissioner, Johnson County. The Mine, Black Diamond Excavation Crew, Pro Cleaners, Sal's Steakhouse, George Swain at State Farm, Brian Morris for Judge Executive, Triple A Real Estate, Ratliff Mover and Company, Rodney Scott for Sheriff, Mountaineer Buildings, Punk's Tire. Punk's Tire offers great deals on all brands of tires. Visit them for all your tire care needs. Hilton Homes of Ivel, Willie Crace, State Representative, Republican, 95th District. Pikeville Medical Center, S&K Asphalt. S&K Asphalt right now paving their way across eastern Kentucky. Hit them up for all your paving needs. Clayton Homes, Matt Hager Law, Jason Fields for Jeller, Nick Markham for Jeller in Martin County, Butcher's Towing, 23 Camper Sales, Mitchell Ferris, U.S. Senate, Man Toyota, man, what a deal, and Gary C. Johnson Law. Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy on the call, coming out, 4:21 to go here in this fourth quarter of play. And Pikeville up big right now on the Tigers.
Oh.
Loffer with another strong take.
More of that, right?
Yeah, that's something, I mean, Loffer, he's so good at finishing, them straight line drives, but, there's again, Coach Sloan, just working Woods with that injury, taking advantage of him.
Yeah, you're going to have to maybe go to, I know you can't, but if Woods is on the floor and he's hurt and he's hobbled, you have to play a zone or hide him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's absolutely what you got to do, and I'm with you, drop to a zone here. But you drop to a zone as good as Pikeville is with these guards, they'll just dribble the clock out.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
21 points for Coach Sloan.
Yeah. So what was the score of the first game, Jimmy Johnson asked? Martin County a lot, Belfry a little. Coming back around, Shuts.
There it is. And timeout on the floor.
I honestly don't know what it was, Jimmy, but it was a substantial victory. It's something like 70-something to 40-something, I think.
It got away from Belfry in the second half, though.
Yeah, it did. You hate to see that. And, credit Brent Perry, Coach of the Year. Had a fabulous year. I do want to give a shout-out to Coach Perry and what he's built there at Belfry. He's built a program where kids want to go play in it. A lot of excitement right now on Pond Creek around that basketball program. Moving forward, you like where you're at.
And here's the thing, Darryl. They bring everybody back but Logan Barker and Peyton Owens.
Yeah, there you go. There's the fans. There you go. You see the Pikeville fans, Coach. There's the Hager fan cam. There you see, guys. They say, go Panthers.
Hype me up.
Yeah, hype me up. What a great job, Coach. You talking about, look at that. Sun's out, guns out. Them boys right there.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Yeah, the gun show right there.
Mr. Warren right there.
Yeah, he's a Pond Creek Williamson product.
Oh,
yeah. So
That's Sonny's brother.
Yeah. But as you're sitting here, Pikeville right now, all the fans on the Pikeville side likes where they're at, as Pikeville looks like they're getting ready to sail to the next round where they'll face the Martin County Cardinals.
Rematch from the Class A championship, Darryl.
It is, and you see right here, young Braxton Keathley is watching on as he's doing a little scouting for next game. He knows one of these teams he's going to face, and the Pikeville Panthers looks like who he's got on his mind right now.
Yeah, and he knows those players really well, right?
E.B. Walters. And, Coach, we got some action in the hallways.
Watch out now.
Yeah.
Watch out now.
You keep looking at me like that, you're going to be the one in the hallway,
yeah.
Coach.
Well, come on. How big a boy are you?
There you go.
Yeah.
He's a pretty big boy.
Yeah.
Here comes King. Swings over to Sloan. Looking for Hall. Here comes Bowley. Trap comes. They'll kick it into Sloan. Sloan, count it! Coach Sloan for another M1 opportunity. And, Coach, you talking about a kid that high IQ, he has recognized Brock Woods is limping in, and he's trying to take advantage of him.
If you're Paintsville, those are the and ones you don't want when you've got 4 minutes on the clock, Darryl. You're trying to make a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Can't have those and one opportunities.
No, that'll take it in a heartbeat and take it down in a heartbeat. But, Elijah Justice right now liking where his team's at. Preston Sloan with another three.
Sloan now with 12 points.
Now Bowling gets up to Keene. Here comes Jackson Keene pushing up the floor. He'll swing it over. There's Hall. Back around. You got Buck in the corner. He'll swing it back around. Jackson Keene gets it to Hall. Hall dumps it down to Bowling, Coach, and that's going to be all she wrote. Paintsville right now, I think they understand, that this one may not be in the cards tonight.
Don't think it's going to be in the cards tonight.
No. But again, credit Landon Sloan. He's another one that's done a tremendous job.
He has.
Yeah. And, Coach, looky here. We also look who we got coming down the pipe. We got Al Holland talking to young Braxton Keathley over here.
Legend.
Yeah, the
absolute legend.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
14 region titles, going after his 15th. There's Coach Holland. How you doing, Sanson? Coach Sanson. There's Buck. Nice pass.
And that is
Loffer's 5th.
Darryl, I hear a lot of, hopefully there's not tomfoolery going on in here in the stands, Darryl McCoy. Stuff behind us going on. And out in the lobby.
Yeah, how about that? Grant Hall.
Loffer checking out. He fouled out, Darryl.
And you hate to see that. The tremendous year by Anderson Loffer.
Absolutely continue to elevate his stock and his game this year.
I agree. He's a kid, Coach, coming in. Who we talked last night? Talking about one of the we're talking about Mason McKenzie, top point guard coming in. Listen, you may put Anderson Loffer in that spot.
Absolutely.
Him or McKenzie, I think, are your 1-2s.
Just they know how they're tough and they play with the chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, I think both of them. I mean, they're going to vie for a spot at the #1 spot point guard coming into next year's preseason rankings.
Brock Wood's going to check out Darryl for the last time this year.
And Grant Hall, we forget Grant Hall. I mean, he's another kid does it on the defensive end.
Does a lot on the defensive side, don't he?
Yep. They'll come back around, and that's Preston Sloan. Sloan. Nice take.
Nice.
Yeah, good finish. And Coach, that's another kid, next year. I mean, if you're Tiger fans, you like what you got coming back.
Well, you return everybody, right, Darryl?
Yep.
Wee man in the game.
Yeah, how about that? Caden Justice. And Grant Hall not able to hang on to it. As you're going to see Nolan Hall give Grant Hall a break.
His younger brother's about 3 or 4 inches taller than he does.
Nolan has some height on him.
Yeah.
Tucker Hale. That's right, Darryl, checking in?
Yep, Tucker Hale. And I'll tell you, I like the, Grant Hall. He's one of my Foxhole guys. If you're going to a dog fight, you get him in there. He's one of the toughest kids. You talk pound for pound. You see coming back around, Cruz Hal. Hal throws it away. Yeah. Again, 1:24 to go in this one. Pikeville with a 19-point advantage.
Big time lead, Darryl. They pushed this out, and it stayed around 14-20 most of the second half.
They said, Crystal Swartz says, do you remember Julia Yates in the early 2000s for Elkhorn City? Said that's Jackson's mommy. Yep, we absolutely know Julie. She was a player. You're right, Crystal.
Now known as Julia Epling, right?
Yeah, yep, Julia Epling, yep. The Israel Stroud says, isn't Hagee a senior? No, Hagee's just a junior. Now, Devin Runyon says it ended up like this when Martin County won by 18. So what was the final score of the first game? There you go.
Leaving Buck in here with Wee Man. We ain't got to call Wee Man's name this year, Darryl.
Yeah.
He was out with about half a season with an injury, wasn't he? He had a real bad ankle injury.
And it looks like Bentley Keene.
He got a mask on?
He got a mask on.
Yeah. Did not see that. Now Zane Varney coming in, coach. Another kid's got his pilot's license. we hope to see a lot of these kids. Yeah. I think it's close. Yeah.
Time ticking here.
Yeah.
And it's the Final Four set up. Kevin Jones, essentially, we've got the final 32 in the state after tonight.
Coming back. Wee man.
Going to tick this one off. And what a year Paintsville had. They battled adversity and continued to fight, Darryl, all season long. Congratulations on a great season. Paintsville, Pikeville marches on. They get the rematch with Martin County. Place will be, they'll be hanging from the rafters.
Yes, this place will be packed.
Yeah, that's good. It's going to be tough here. As we're going to sit here, this one will be extremely tough. Pikeville, this will be a tough one for Paintsville to swallow, But you come in, I think that Paintsville game, Coach, or that Lawrence County game took a lot out of this team.
It did. And listen, you come off that win at Lawrence County, you win by 20 plus, you play with a lot of confidence, but at the same time, how much did that take out of you, like you said?
I agree. It was just one of them where what he, at the end of the night, it was one of them situations where, here we go. We got Blaine Keathley. We'll talk about it here in a second.
Keathley with D&D Sports Network. I'm here with the double quick player of the game, Carter Parsons. Carter, tell me, what does it mean to be able to come out here in this first round and just get a statement win like this?
It's a big game. They beat us earlier in the season at Paintsville, so we wanted to come out and make a statement game. We got two opponents that'll be, it's in their district, so we want to come out and make a statement game, beat them, try to come out next Saturday night.
Yeah, a lot of guys going on all cylinders tonight. Cole getting downhill, Jackson penetrating, Grant doing things. Tell me, what's the key things that you guys got to do moving forward to go all the way with this thing and go to Rupp?
We got guys any night, Jackson, Cole, me, Wes, Grant, Mark, any of them can come out and score 20 a night. So it's just finding the hot hand and getting them the ball and getting them out in transition.
So tell me, this being you're wrapping up your high school career, every game you go into, that's in the back of your head now, it could be your last. Just tell me, how does that affect your effort going into the game?
I'm going to come in, I'm going to give it my all, but I'm going to give it all to God and let him handle it all, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Anybody back home you want to say hello to?
No.
Good luck the rest of the way, man. Back to you guys.
There you go, Carter Parsons. As you see, Carter Parsons doing a great job as, Coach, the young man come in here and played like, he didn't want to go home, like it was his senior year. And, that's the dangerous thing. When this Pikeville team, tonight, the good thing about Pikeville is you got a ton more to give from Jackson King.
Well, we said this, right? You can game plan against King. You can game plan against Carter. Tough to do both.
Yeah.
And tonight, Carter, we've seen the Carter from Betsy Lane High School tonight.
Yeah, that's the same exact. That's the best way to put it. That's the Betsy Lane Carter Parsons, and Carter Parsons. I'll say it, in transition, he's one of the best.
Yeah.
He's really good. You gotta, the part that we've not really seen at Pikeville that he was so good at Betsy Lane is he's one of the best in transition at threes. He does a good job relocating and finding open spots.
That's right. Really good in transition. Light feet, just very agile, and he can gather himself really quick.
Yeah, that's, but great performance there. We'll turn it over to Kevin Jones real quick on the Crum Funeral Home postgame show and let him give us a rundown on how things went.
Pikeville 79, Paintsville 59. For Pikeville scoring, we had Keene had 6 points, Carter Parsons had 25, Coach Sloan 24, Grant Hall had 2, but he was a menace on the defensive end. Mark Bowling finished with 12, and Wes Buck had 9. On the Paintsville side, Brock Woods had 15. Anderson Lawfer had 15. Graham Schutz 8. Helton 5. Preston Sloan 14. And Meeks had 2. And that rounds out the scoring for both teams.
Yeah, Paintsville coach, coming in, I thought Preston Sloan showed up tonight. I thought, he done really good. I thought Lawfer had spurts, and I thought there late in the second half, Woods, started being a little aggressive. But, I thought the situation, Preston Sloan, I thought he come played 4 quarters, and you've seen spurts on the other. But, a lot of it wasn't that, necessarily being aggressive. I mean, credit this Pikeville defense. These guards get after it.
Great game plan by Elijah Justice and how he game planned schematics to guard Brock Woods. Tremendous. Can't say enough. A little bit too late. They started really trying to enter the post more in the second half to Woods, and Woods was more active. But, Darryl, listen, Pikeville, there's a reason that they're sitting atop of the 15th region all year long, right?
Listen, Pikeville comes in, believe it or not, they're the sleeper. Because everybody talked about Martin County, Johnson Central, 57th District,
right.
Floyd Central, but you never really heard, about the fellows from Pike County. Everybody was just being quiet. They was sleeping on them. And, Pikeville's had some big wins, including a win over Ashland.
Ashland and Boyd.
4 games.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, they cleaned out the 16th region's finest. So, this Pikeville team, very dangerous. And here's the thing I like. Tonight, and this is no slight, but outside of Coach Sloan and Carter Parsons, Mark Bowling, the other Panthers was kind of quiet.
Right.
So, they still got a ton to give. Grant Hall, Jackson Keene, they still got a lot in the tank.
Well, Jackson Keene, if I'm unofficially, had 6 points. He's their leading scorer.
Mm-hmm.
And you still win by 20.
Hey,
Tremendous. Just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable job tonight by Pikeville. And great performance by the coaching staff. And the team just schematically did a great job defensively.
Yeah, unbelievable performance. And, again, the guys, tomorrow night we got, Johnson Central versus Betsy Lane.
Yes.
And then Pikeville versus
Paintsville
in the bottom game. So a rematch of this game. So, guys, you're going to watch a great night of hoops tomorrow night as the semifinals kick off on the girls' side. And then Saturday, 3 games, boys semifinals, girls championship. So, it's Coach Still. We got a long week left.
Listen, it don't stop with the D&D Sports Network.
It don't stop. It don't stop. And me and you're not stopping because we're hitting the mine wide open right now. Come over, hit the dance floor with us. And, guys, hopefully we'll have a little bit in the tank left tomorrow night to finish the broadcast, right?
That's exactly right.
Let's thank our community partners. Want to thank Craig Dameron Furniture, Amanda Blackburn Muncie, District 1 Magistrate, Brian Morris for Judge Executive, Rodney Scott for Sheriff, Mountaineer Buildings, locations throughout Kentucky, West Virginia, and Ohio. Mountaineer's Buildings right now, if they don't have a building on the lot that you like, they'll allow you to design it, and they'll build it for you. Punk's Tire. Don't be a punk. Get your tires from Jeremy and Chasta. Right now, great deals on all brands located in Virgie, Kentucky. Hilton Homes of Iville, Willie Crace. Republican State Representative, talk about a man that cares about the mountains. It's Willie Crace. Make sure you vote him in, 95th District. S&K Asphalt. Call Anthony Hampton today. S&K Asphalt right now. They'll do all your asphalt work, and they'll do it right the first time, paving their way across eastern Kentucky. Matt Hager Law, Food Fair. Pikeville Medical Center. Coach, Pikeville Medical Center has that new after-hours clinic and specialty clinic at the Southside Mall.
Well, Darryl, I'm going to have to go check out. I told you about this fall I had. Hasn't healed. I'll have to go over to Pikeville Medical Center and get me an X-ray.
Well, listen, you can go right now.
Yeah.
It's an after-hours clinic, Coach. So, let's start taking our health care serious.
Right.
And we can do that thanks to Pikeville Medical Center. Matt Hager Law, Clayton Holmes, George Swain at State Farm. Call George Swain for a free quote, located in Williamson, West Virginia. Sal Steakhouse, Coach, ribs, steaks, Mexican corn, and more, located in the Old Windmill Restaurant. Elect Jason Field for Jailer 2026. Hurley's Jump Zone. Let your party be memorable. Hurley's Jump Zone will bring inflatables to your home and make sure that your party is popping. Pro Cleaners, commercial, residential, and mining, 606-625-5742. Well, thank Nick Markham, Martin County Jailer, Butcher's Towing, Warfield Market, Tommy's Auto Sales, 23 Camper Sales, Mitchell Ferris for U.S. Senate, Man Toyota. Man, what a deal. Lucas & Sons Funeral Home, Gary C. Johnson Law, Larry Frisbee, District 1 Commissioner, Force Service Center outside Prestonsburg. Also want to thank Al's Garage in Minnie, as well as Black Diamond Excavation Crew, Jessica Click, District 1 Commissioner, and want to thank The Mine and AAA Real Estate. Guys, Kevin Keathley, Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy, Coach. Tomorrow night, we'll be right back as the ladies hit the floor here at the Expo Center, semifinals of the girls' 15th region tournament.
Final four time, Darryl McCoy. We're getting ready to jump off here. We're heading over to the mine.
There you go. Till next time, so long and good night.